There was a kingdom Rome couldn't ignore, hidden between mountains, facing a dark and restless sea. A place that wasn't supposed to matter, but it did. This was Pontus. A kingdom that rose quietly and dared to challenge the most powerful force in the ancient world. And for a moment, it almost worked. Pontus wasn't like the great empires you usually hear about. It didn't have the scale of Persia, the fame of Greece, or the power of Rome, but it had something different. It sat along the southern coast of the Black Sea, in what is now northern Turkey, a land of sharp mountains, deep forests, and isolated valleys. Hard to reach, hard to conquer, and that geography shaped everything. Along the coast, life looked Greek. Cities traded with the wider Mediterranean world. People spoke Greek. Culture flowed in from across the sea, but inland, it was a different world. Old traditions, many influenced by Persian rule, still shaped power and identity. So Pontus became something rare, not fully Greek, not fully Eastern, but something in between. And that made it adaptable to understand Pontus. You have to understand the chaos it came from. When Alexander the Great died, his empire didn't hold together. It shattered. His generals fought each other. Kingdoms rose and fell. Borders changed constantly. It was a violent, unstable world. But in that chaos, there was opportunity. That opportunity was taken by a man named Mithridates I of Pontus. He wasn't the strongest ruler of his time, but he was patient, careful. He didn't rush into massive wars. He didn't chase glory. Instead, he built slowly, step by step, territory by territory. And that patience allowed Pontus to survive while others collapsed. For generations, Pontus stayed in the background. It didn't try to dominate the world. It focused on stability. Trade grew across the Black Sea. Wealth slowly increased. Alliances were carefully managed. It became a kingdom that knew how to survive. And sometimes, survival is more powerful than ambition. But that wouldn't last forever, because eventually, ambition arrived. His name was Mithridates VI Eupator, and he was unlike any king Pontus had ever seen. His early life was filled with danger. His father was assassinated. His own family became a threat. He had to flee and hide, just to stay alive. So he learned quickly, trust no one, always be prepared. And when he finally took power, he didn't think small. Mithridates didn't just want to rule Pontus. He wanted more. He expanded his kingdom across the Black Sea region. He built alliances, strengthened his army, gained wealth and influence. Pontus transformed into a serious power. But there was one problem, a growing power in the West. That power was the Roman Republic. Rome was expanding eastward, absorbing territories, demanding loyalty, extending its influence. Mithridates saw exactly what that meant. If he waited, Pontus would be next. So he made a decision, a dangerous one. Instead of waiting for Rome to attack, Mithridates struck first, in one of the most shocking actions of the ancient world. He ordered the killing of Roman citizens across Asia Minor. Thousands were killed. For a moment, Rome lost control of the region. Mithridates had taken the initiative, but he had also done something else. He had made war inevitable. The response from Rome was immediate and overwhelming. The wars that followed, known as the Mithridatic Wars, lasted for decades. Mithridates fought hard, and sometimes he won. He defeated Roman forces, regained territory, proved that Pontus could resist. He even faced legendary Roman generals like Lucius Cornelius Sulla. And still, he didn't collapse. For a time, it looked like he might actually succeed. Mithridates wasn't just strong, He was smart. He understood local politics. He gained support from people who resented Rome. He used strategy, not just force, but Rome had something different, something harder to defeat in Rhodes. No matter how many battles it lost, Rome kept coming back, strong, more prepared, more determined. Over time, the balance shifted. Mithridates began to lose ground. Allies turned away. Resources became limited, and Rome adapted to his tactics. The kingdom that had risen so quickly started to fall. Eventually, Mithridates was defeated, betrayed, surrounded, with no way out. In a final, almost ironic moment, he tried to take poison, but it didn't work. After years of protecting himself from poison, he had become resistant. In the end, he had to ask someone else to end his life. After his death, Pontus couldn't recover. It was absorbed into Rome. Its independence disappeared. A kingdom that had survived for centuries was gone. Today, Pontus is mostly forgotten, overshadowed by Rome, lost in history. But its story still matters, because it proves something important. You don't have to be the biggest empire to challenge one. For a moment, a kingdom on the edge of the world stood against Rome and almost changed everything.